here. Hopefully some of you guys find this later. I'm be sure to link it. But just so you guys know, yesterday we had some stuff come up, so we couldn't get back on stream. So this is a makeup stream, and I'll probably be going live again a little later tonight. So this is Grosstober 5, really 4, and Grosstober 6 will go live later tonight. So how's that sound? All right, so this is a makeup stream, so we're doing this for a friend, and then we'll carry on with the Beaker Berry sketch on our next stream. We're probably going to go long tonight, because really I got a lot of art to do tonight, and you guys will probably enjoy that, so I'll be sure to promote that so you guys can check it out. But consider this a bonus stream, since it's, even though it's Grosstober 5, it's actually really Grosstober 4. I know, isn't continuity awesome? But yeah, so this is a bonus sketch we're doing. I want to thank you guys for your support when you're listening to this, because like I said, I know this is a bonus stream, but we are 7 followers away from 10,000 subscribers. Isn't that crazy? 10,000 subscribers? Dude. So crazy. I know, I'm excited about it. This is going to be an NES Jason. Hey, it's Josh. Hey. So you might have missed this. So I didn't get to come back on the stream yesterday. And I saw your message about getting the Leatherface card. I'm glad you liked it a lot. So that sounds really cool. This is a bonus stream. I'm going to do a real stream picking up tomorrow's stream later on tonight. But I have a quick commission to finish up for a friend. Well, this is more of a gift. So this is just a fun thing I'm doing for someone, and hopefully they dig it. And we're getting an NES Jason here. I'm gonna redo that eye right there. And I realize it's Halloween. I should use a Halloween pencil, so let me sharpen that up. So yeah, this is a gift for a friend, and it should come out pretty cool. So because I'm gonna do this real quick, I'm just getting a bonus stream here. Tell your friends that we will be doing Grosstober 6 later tonight. You're just hearing some pencil sharpening going on. All right, and now we're using a Halloween pencil because 'tis the season. All right. And I am open for more commissions for Grosstober. You guys can find me this Friday in LA at Son of Monsterpalooza. That lead's a little heavier than I would like, so let's not use that. All right, Son of Monsterpalooza this Friday through Sunday. I will be doing Garbage Pail Kid sketches there. Might have to hit you up for an NES Jason. You know, NES Jasons are very popular, so yes, hit me up. I do enjoy doing them. I know NES Jason doesn't have chevrons, but I like chevrons, so we're getting some chevrons. So there we go. Chevrons. And trust me, I don't really know what chevrons are for on hockey because I did not grow up playing hockey. So somebody want to explain that to me, I would love to know. All right, so now we're doing some blue. All right. So one of the things that I always do when I do NES Jason is that essentially I always do him as kind of a spin on Jay, son of Voorhees. which is Jason is Dead Ted, which is basically part 6 Jason. So I always kind of do him in the rain. That didn't sound right. But I tend to do the rain to look like Tetris pieces. So that's my little thing. So you're going to see some Tetris pieces shaped rain. Also tend to do blood drops also shaped as Tetris pieces. And I do tend to like NES Jason. I grew up playing the NES Jason game, which is objectively terrible. It is one of the worst video games you'll ever play. Just putting that out there. It is awful. Very difficult. You will never beat it. But, you know, the purple and blue Jason here has become kind of iconic. So I like it. Alright, here's our chevrons. You know, to be fair, I have not played it in forever. It might be easier than I remember as a child. I always liked that You and Your Friends Are Dead, though. That was a great closing thing. Yeah, I haven't played it since it came out, but I remember not liking it then. You know, it might be one of those things like when you revisit later, it's not as bad as you remember, like Brussels sprouts. Alright, so I'm going to lay down some pink and then go over it in this purple so I get some color gradation because I want the sketch to have a little bit of life here. So I know this pink is not accurate. Don't worry, it will be covered in purple. But I want some pink to peek through, and it's easier to lay the pink down first. This is me giving you art tips. I'm not your art teacher. My advice should not be taken as gospel. This is just stuff I do and works for me. And sometimes I'm just trying it out and see how it happens. This is also a reminder I need to go to the art store tonight and pick up some colors before I go out of town, because a few of my favorites are a little dim. Alright. Usually when I do conventions, guys, this is another one of those things. I tend to pick up a lot of blacks because I like to do heavy blacks quickly when I do convention sketches. Because of that, I tend to go through markers much faster than I would in the real world. So as you can see, the pink is giving this pseudo Copic a little bit of depth, and then when I add some black at the end, it'll have even more. You can see like the colors traveling, the ink. I feel like that's showing up on camera. And then when it dries, it'll look a little more patchy, which is kind of like what I want. Like texture. Texture is one of my favorite things. And I think, you know, Josh can probably speak to this. When you get these sketches in hand, there's a lot more depth than shows up on camera. So that's kind of what I play for, the final effect. I should also add, I used to be a huge gamer. I'm not really anymore. So really, you know, when I say something is difficult, I'm, you know, giving the perspective of someone who used to play video games a lot. Alright, so now we're doing the skin, and we're doing a different pink. Because that's the cool thing about Copics and Chart Pack is you get a lot more, it's a lot more vivid and textured in the real world than it comes across on this camera. And that's why I use it, you know. Alright. And I think that glove is going to be blue. Like I said, I know this is what I call the flat stage. Like, it's kind of flat. It'll pick up in a minute. Excuse me, I burped right there. I've been drinking some Coke. Alright, let's add some other colors here to make it look a bit more lived in and real. So now we got salmon. This was that dried out pink I was just using. This is just a newer marker. And I know on camera it's kind of coming across a little more orange, which that's why it's called salmon. It's like an orange pink thing. This is supposed to be a spooky mix. This like does not sound spooky to me, so I apologize for the music. All right, now this is going to be a darker blue, so here we go. Yeah, I'm not feeling this music at all. It's like some weird Twin Peaks rip-off music. We'll go over this with some gray in a minute. I know the lines are a little wobbly, and you know what? I was not expecting that, but hey, you know what? Let's make it work. So we're gonna do this dark blue strap, which originally I wasn't gonna do, but now I'm feeling the dark blue might work. And it does. All right, let's see here. This is just a take. I think the next NES Jason I do might be different, but I'm curious. I'm always trying to do different things. I've lost track of how many NES Jasons I've drawn over the years, FYI. They're all a little different. For a while I did have this specific formula for them, and now I'm kind of trying to mix some stuff up, so it's a little different each time. Makes it more fun for me to do. Alright. Because remember guys, you should always do things a little different to keep yourself entertained. This is more of a pseudo-real... realistic is funny. It's like, is this really realistic? I'm just putting more shading than I usually do. How's that sound? This one has a cuter face than my Jasons usually do, which I think is cool actually. I'm trying to get that GPK aesthetic a little more dialed in. It's weird because sometimes I see sketches from when I first started doing GPKs. I'm like, ugh, these are objectively awful. And I'm like, no, they were just where I was at in terms of the time. I try to like do stuff a little truer to the John Pound formula, you know? And now I just kind of do me. And I'm putting the black a little earlier than usual. That's the thing though, once you know the rules, I think you get a little idea of how to break them. I also kind of am just looking at how this black is going to play off. Probably going to add some like texture on this outfit anyway with a lighter color, maybe a silver pen. But I feel alright doing this here because I'm not going to drop any lighter colors in this area. Just probably some gray number 3 chart pack. And I'm going to do kind of a rain thing, so it's not any other colors aren't really going to touch the skin so much of this drawing. By skin, I mean like the lighter edges. Sorry, I have like this. I have a language for the stuff I do that I don't think is just how I call things. You see, sometimes I don't draw the chevrons. I just kind of put them on. because I know that's a small space. I'm not going to be able to match it in the inking. This one has a sharp chisel on it, so usually I don't do eyes with these, but you know, the chisel's sharp, you can do it. Alright, I'm gonna do a darker inner shadow anyway. And feel free to leave a like if you enjoy the stream, guys. Say hello. I'll be sure to say hello back. Like I said, we're like 7 subscribers away from 10,000. That's not like an insignificant number. It's kind of crazy, actually. I figured we would get here before Halloween. I just didn't figure it was going to be this soon. Do the Freddy carve outs here. Alright. Go in with some more gray here. Where did that gray go? And when I'm laying this down, I'm kind of like squiggling because I do kind of want it to have kind of a border. Yeah, I'm not going to use this channel again for the background music. Alright, that one's kind of fun. And if you guys missed this is a bonus stream. This sketch is a gift for a friend. So, kind of a quicker sketch than usual. Throwing in some yellow just to, like, you know, get some interesting contrast here. And I'll be doing some sketches tonight too. This is gonna be a fun sketch day, so turn on that notification probably around 5 p.m. Mountain Time. I'm gonna do a very long sketch session. And if not, you can always tune in later. I'm adding some texture now, some like little hatchlings and stuff, just to like give it a little bit more of a grungy thing. Like it's not 100% what I was going for, but you know, you kind of have to adapt sometime. Like I said, I was curious how this pink undertone would do, and it's kind of interesting. Looks dope. Well, I'm glad you like it. I think I'm going to add a darker blue to the gloves. I do like the pink thing going on here. It does look, you know, it does look like an NES, Jason. I'm just being picky a little bit because it's not how I pictured, but it still looks cool. Oh, that helps. Okay, never mind. There's something to be said sometimes for, you know, perspective. I'm gonna make this handle blue too. Alright, so now I'm gonna throw in some Tetris blood drop stuff. You see what I'm talking about now? They're like blood drops, but you know, pixels. Speaking of pixels, I saw Tron Ares the other day. I'll put up a video up in a little while this afternoon. That movie's terrible. Just, I'm not gonna spoil it. It's really bad. So, just so you know, go into Tron Ares if you're watching it with low expectations. Alright. Yeah, those pixel blood drops look dope. Okay, those came out good. It's like it's kind of like a Marvel movie where some of the CGI is awesome and the rest is like horrifyingly terrible. You know. Thanks. I'm glad you like the Tetris touch. All right, now we're gonna do some rain, and this is really easy. Now, let's finish this guy off with some interesting texture. Because, like we said, it was raining. So the raindrops should also be Tetris pieces. Oh, and by the way, I almost forgot to outline the chevrons. No wonder it looks unfinished. And here we go. NES Jason, quickie. This is a quickie sketch, 25 minutes. Usually I feel like I would probably spend like an hour on this, but I like it, you know? That's the thing about these, they're like cool sketches. So thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll be back later this afternoon. Tell your friends, subscribe, fun stuff, all right? Later this afternoon, turn on your notifications. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I appreciate it. All right, later.